Hey guys, and welcome to our Division D matchup between Cosmos and Phoenix Rising Amethyst. We've already gone through the map picks with both teams, and Cosmos opted to take first pick. So Phoenix Rising has picked Sky Temple, which is always a pretty fun map with a uh, some cool boss mechanics and some cool objectives as well. In terms of bans so far, we've got Garden band, D-Shire, Towers of Doom, and Infernal Shrines. So a lot of wave clear, I would say, type maps have been banned so far. In terms of the team, sure I have the right. So both teams right now are the fourth. Cosmos is the fourth seed. PRA is the fifth seed. Cosmos has 26 points and are overall 15 and 11. Phoenix Rising Amethyst has 11 points and so far are 6 and 11. It seems like both teams like some cool picks pretty frequently. For Cosmos, it's like a new Barak, Deckard, Tassadar, Anduin. And then for PRA, the most played this season has been a lot wider, but Dahaka, Chromie, Muradin, Rhaegar, Stitches. So a lot of interesting picks. Sky Temples is a map that allows you to kind of get ahead, especially early. And if you can stay ahead by controlling the temples, you are in good position. Once you get ahead, there's not a lot of impetus for you to necessarily fight the other team, unless that is your comp. Just because trading temple for temple, both the team that's ahead ends up being more ahead by the end of it, because eventually you start taking keeps instead of walls, and keeps instead of forts as well. We're just waiting for the rest of the teams to join in now. But we have a lot of other maps that will be available for the next one as well. Let's see, Tomb of the Spider Queen, Volskaya, Cursed, Praxis, BOE, and Alterac. So a lot of interesting maps we don't see as much in that mix. And of course, Sky Temple, I don't think we get to see that often, though has been a pick of PRA a bit this season, at least when I've watched games. And it looks like we got everybody in the lobby. Everybody's just getting ready up right now. I hope you're all having a good day. It's a bit of a rough day for me. I had to add my sewage back up in the basement, so I was using a drain auger and that was rented, and the belt decided to come right off the thing, so I had to repair a drain auger and also clean up sewage. So not my favorite day, but excited for this matchup. PRA I've known for quite a bit of time. Chelsea was on my team for a long time, and Harkin, Bear, Zerg, Moonglow have been in the same org as me for quite a while. There's a lot of people I know from Cosmos as well. Imbuement, Odd Thought, Silver Jackal, these are names I've seen around for a long time in the NGS. Yeah, both teams are just getting ready still right now. We have some kind of interesting stuff for what works well typically on Sky Temple. You can have boss control comps work pretty well. Siege, especially hard siege, you being able to take walls and keeps and stuff really fast is always good on this map. Any kind of clear is really good. So like you can see for healers, stuff like Rhaegar is probably one of his better maps. There's a bunch of camps for him to clear, and clearing wave is really good. You can pretty easily tank the objective solo if needs to as well. You're gonna see globals are pretty good on this map as well. Like I said, boss control characters. So Falstad is kind of like a double purpose on this. It's good. Gust is good for the boss, and Flight is good for well, anytime you want to move to a different position quickly. But you also see stuff like the Greymanes of the world and that sort of thing, just because of like how important it is to siege and take camps and that sort of thing. Looks like we're just getting started up here in a second. And we are going into the draft.
Sky Temple.
All right, so first pick to Cosmos. They get first ban. Like I said, globals are typically something you can ban on this map. Though there's a lot of power picks right now that you could ban out. I guess it really depends on what they're scared of at this point. Cosmos bans out the Abathur, which is interesting. This is one of Abathur's better maps, just because Abathur can keep pushing while a team gangs up on objectives. The constant push power is really good, and then you see Sylve as well. Like I said about push power, Sylve is the push power. If you win early, it's a really good win more hero, so you can commit to like especially an early game winning comp with a Sylve, and then just continue to push and push and push, just because your buildings are your health bar on this map. So the more you can siege down, the better. The Illidan is you see sometimes like Illidan and Abathur on this map. So banning out the Abathur gets rid of some of that cheese. You see the Dahaka ban. Dahaka, another global type hero. And then probably two of the better offlaners right now, Dahaka and Blaze, are banned. And we see the Anduin. Anduin, good for any kind of stun lock combo that you have. The pull is really good. Obviously has a pretty decent sustained healing, and then has some CC as well. And here we see a blow up comp, or at least the start of one. So we see a Varian and a Greymane. Greymane, great for taking the camps on this map, of which there's at least a couple. Like I said, his siege is really good. The Varian, really good for getting ahead, especially early. Levels 1 to 4 suck, but 4 to 10 you can dominate parts of this map and parts of the game. And of course the blow up works really well with the Greymane. We see the Sonya and a Raynor. So Raynor, interesting, like a hardy siege damage type auto attack character. It is interesting because it will be harder to blow up a Raynor with the Varian combo than it would be like another one of the squishier auto attackers. And he does have some pretty good siege as well. We see the new Barak ban from from PRA here, which is a really good like stun lock tank, and which can pair decently with the Anduin, provided you have some good communication between the two. And I think you might want to ban something like a Stukov here if you're your Cosmos, just because it really makes that that Varian turn up, especially with the Greymane. It would be a very good combo. So they're gonna have to find something else to pair with the Varian. Varian is actually really good against auto attack characters, so the Rainer so far auto attack character. We'll see if there's another range damage that they end up bringing out, probably a mage type, and then leaning even further into like a blow up. You see a Li Ming, and you also have a Brightwing Poly. So really big blow up combo here. Li Ming typically not as good as some of the other characters for clearing, but getting resets is very, very good. Get one reset with the Varian combo, and then take down the team with all the resets. And then there's a Johanna and a Orphea. So Johanna typically struggles a bit into Varian. However, it depends. Like Greymane, a lot of his damage is kind of gone with the Varian blind. Orphea can be a decent counter, and they have some interesting single target like blow up with shield, with the Sonya leap, with an Anduin bomb, and so Sonya leap into bomb, and Orphea has like either another CC or that sort of thing. And we see the Hogger really good for taking especially the top camp, really good for clear. Generally really good on this map. So it would be interesting for levels 4 to 10. You're gonna see hopefully PRA push really hard with those levels. But after level 10, when ults come online, I think things change a lot. You got shield into leap into into bomb. Now we're headed in-game
for your ceaseless battle, if you wish to live, that is.
So on the blue team, we got Silver Jackal on Johanna, we have Nate on Anduin, we have Mosley on Sonya, we have Odd Thought on Orphea, and we have Imbuement on the Rainer. And then we have Zergpern on the Varian, we have Chelsea on the Hogger, we've got Barista on the Brightwing, Moonglow on the Li Ming, and Harkin on the Greymane. So right off the bat, blue team is going up and taking control of vision. If you are the red team right now, you're probably not pushing very hard until that Varian is a big boy at level 4. And some early clear out for the red team, but blue team clears a bit faster, and Chelsea goes back up top. In terms of talents, you do see the Johanna blind. You do see Exterminator, the camp and wave clear for the Ringer. And then Lion's Maw for Varian. And Aethra Walker from Li Ming there. So Zergpern's looking at Odd Thought here, but hard to follow up with a Li Ming, at least in the middle of the wave where the minions can block shots. You see early camps here from the Greymane and from the Rainer especially. Trying to finish off their camp here. Okay, look at Silver Jackal, who pops Unstoppable. Some big damage onto Zergpern, but he's got tap. He's going to be able to heal up here. And so far, the blue team is really using their their advantage early without the fear of taunt. And red team is just trying to figure stuff out. You see the Greymane go up and have a shot at clearing. And so far the Hogger seems to be winning at least a little bit of the matchup with the Sonya. And then we have level 4, so Varian is now a big boy. We've got Greymane doing the camp early. And the rest of the team is filtering out to lanes, just clearing stuff out. Barista is helping Harkin on the camp. And big wave down here that somebody's going to have to catch, but looks like they're looking to let it go. There's still a bunch of experience up for the red team currently. And they're able to take the vision tower, which is pretty big. See anybody filter in. And dives right in onto Berserk Burn into the bush, but almost gets taken out. And so far, Chelsea goes back to offlane bot, so this will be a 5-on-4 should they choose to tab it, but Silver Jackal decides to take mid solo. And the red camp gets cleared out up top. They're going to look at Chelsea here, who is taking a ton of damage off of blue. But gets rooted and gets taken out. And in terms of trade, so far it's a wall for pretty much a wall. Red team needs to get back to lanes, but they're going to do some pushing as well, it looks like. Yeah, similar damage. They're looking at Mosley. And counter kill onto the Li Ming. Odd Thought is looking for the flank up here. Quite a bit of damage, and Chelsea's cleaning up waves. Quite a bit of damage on that fort. Slightly less on the top fort, but pretty even so far. But 2 kills early for the blue team. This is the part of the game where if you're red, you probably want to look for taunts and look for a lead here. And blue is looking to invade this camp. There's a taunt on an Odd Thought. There's 5 red here. They don't seem to be able to CC anything though, and are left to clear that camp. Meanwhile, Sonya's pushing into, or sorry, yeah, Sonya's pushing the top up here, and blue will be looking at their camp. There's the Z used on Zerg pre-fight. Taunt on the Johanna, that's unstoppable down. Will not have it for the next taunt if it comes relatively soon. And the Siege Giants are laying waste to that front wall currently. Quite a bit of siege down here from the blue team. They're looking again. There's the taunt onto the Johanna this time. Unstoppable is back up. Zergpern's looking again, and there's the Z again. Meanwhile, up top, Chelsea's pushing in pretty hard, and that's a pretty big wave up top. Back down below, both teams looking for 10. Red gets 10 a little bit earlier, but now they're caught up. They look at the Anduin. But there's a counter engage with a big stun, and just gets absolutely melted by that Orphea. Zerg's able to back up, and Chelsea is left to clean up the offlane. And big push here from Imbuement with the Hyperion. They'll definitely get able to take down this fort, and if they rotate quickly, they might actually get a shot at mid too. But they decide to play it a bit safer, back off, and get the free experience. The temple will take that mid out. as it is. And up here, red is choosing to push the off lane and to take their camp right now. They should be able to trade pretty effectively. And that's why it's good to have Siege on this map, because you can always push. The push usually happens faster than the temple goes, so... And they can actually look to invade this as well. Oh, the taunt onto Mosley, who gets the leap out. And now they've got a really big, I hope they push with this, a really big wave up here. Mosley again, and gets pulled. Taunt is not up for 10 seconds. And meanwhile, red has to go back and do some garbage duty. Uh, 13s will be here first for Cosmos. Red is busy taking the camp. And, I mean, blue could force boss if they really wanted to. There's not actually a lot of ways for the red team to push them off if they wanted to, but of course, boss pit is a notorious throw. They're looking to get safe XP right now. See, blue doesn't actually have to be very aggressive though, because Cosmos has a lot more buildings right now. So, oh, there's the taunt onto Mosley again. Leap out. That leap out is doing more work getting out than in. They look at Moonglow. Big light bomb just hits just the edge. And 13 advantage. They can work on boss here if they go quick. Yeah, there's not a lot of ways to force them off. They have better boss tools currently than the red team does. They're busy trying to get 13 as quick as possible, but like I said, red is going to have to be more aggressive than blue at this point, and blue has caught them on a big flank near the Bridge of Death, and the boss is coming. Harkin's pretty far forward, gets hit with the Jaws. They're looking at Zerg. He's got the protected, but gets taken down with a leap. And this is going to be an Omega push right now. Imbuement as the full talents to siege down here, and the Hyperion pushes through as well. They look, there's a stun onto the Li Ming and a big hit. And this point, you gotta think that the game might be close, depending. Still half a boss, notoriously hard core to finish. But they're gonna put some damage on it at the very least. So they have to do damage quick, otherwise Human's gonna take off a lot of this core health, and it's down to 65. And that leaves only 2 keeps, and you still got 5 total border keep structures up for the blue team. It's a big lead early, and 16 is coming quick. They look up top. They look at the Johanna again. Johanna, it's unstoppable. There's the turnaround, and the shield is popped. All the camps spawn on the red side. They do not want to take a fight pre-16 here. We can check in on talents again. So there you see Shattering Throw, good into the Johanna. Blue is looking to see if they can evade. I don't think they're going to get there in time, but they're going to look at Zerg Burn with that 16. And red decides to back off, which is a smart move. All the camps spawn on the blue side as well, and so I think they're going to stalemate this out, though they should probably be pressing into this, invading this camp. especially if they start counting 2 up here. The red could actually push into their camp. And they will. They have to, if they're doing it, they gotta go quick. Because blue is coming. And that is a lot of tools for the point for the blue team. There's the leap onto the Varian, and dead as well. So 65%, about a little less than 30 seconds. This should be game.
The red team's call is due.
And yeah, this would be really quick with a Rainer on core. Sonya does quite a bit of damage to core too. And that is GG. And we see our the 13-0 most deaths on Li Ming, who was constantly getting hit by a lot of CC, and yeah, a lot of good counter engages with the shield, with the Orphea stun, with the Sonya leap, and with the bomb. While red team wasn't able to use their 4-10 to take an early lead. Go back and of course. We'll see what is up next. A lot of fun maps still. The teams are taking a sec. Yeah, a lot of fun maps. Both 2-lane maps, Curse Hollow, Alterac, and Tomb, and Volskaya. So stuff we don't normally see as much, which is fun. Hopefully one of those gets picked. And it looks like we're going to Tomb the Spider Queen. Everybody's just filing in right now. Tomb the Spider Queen, again, really good for more for clear than for siege, but obviously siege pretty good. Delaying and vision is also really good, being able to control the top bushes and to prevent turn-ins. So like the Chromies and Junkrats are really annoying on this map because they usually have pretty good vision and long-range poking tools. I've seen Lunara be used as that a little bit on this map as well. And then generally stuff that rotates really well, like having a 4-man kill squad, because you're usually going and between mid-top a lot. And if you're really good as a tank, you can take a lot of time to press in and to stall their rotations to give each member a little bit of time. That time adds up, allows them to clear slower, and for your team to catch up. Next one is Tomb. Team 1 is the first draft team, so I believe this was picked by PRA as well. Yeah, I think people are just getting a drink currently. Let's see, other things that are good for Tomb. There is a boss. The boss doesn't get like snuck as much because it is I would say it's a smaller map, though a lot of wave clear. Looks like both teams are ready, and looks like we're gonna get into this map early. Nice. Cosmos is currently up 1-0 on PRA. Yeah, I thought they did a really good job. Cosmos did last game with their stun combo. Were able to use it on turnaround, and PRA just couldn't get together enough between 4 and 10 to get an earlier lead. Because as soon as those ults especially turned on, the game absolutely changed. Just going in our draft.
Tomb of the Spider Queen.
So again, first pick to Cosmos. Like I said, picks that are really good on this map are like the Junkrats of the world. Junkrat is just super annoying on this map. So much clear, so much vision, so much poke. Those is like the name of the game for this map. Yeah, any kind of clear heroes are absolutely great. It doesn't have to be siege heroes. You don't have to push buildings as fast, though it does help. Clear is just really good. It's because fast to get between waves, and yeah, it helps when you're pushing as well. And then we see a Dahaka ban. Not typically a Dahaka's best map, but I do know that Chelsea is really good with that tongue from personal experience. Then with another Sylvanas ban, so it looks like they're targeting Sylvanas. Again, really good at pushing, really good at wave clear. Arrow is great. You can have a setup engagement with the MC. There's lots of options. And we see Chromie. Chromie great for stalling, really good for vision, and decent clear. So, and we see the Anduin ban. Anduin did help set up a lot of their stuff last game with that light bomb. It's always Anduin's really good just because the CC is just so effective, and there's not a lot of healers with that level of CC. You can combo with some of the more offensive characters. And early Tychus. So interesting, because when you see Tychus like that, I mean, you could think that they might be going like a Diablo to follow it up if you don't pick it, because Tychus is the arch nemesis of a lot of the beefier tanks. We see Vala, who's really good. It's getting stacking between the two lanes of the map. We see Blaze, who's always good pretty much every map, and really fast clear. The bunker is just such a great option to avoid combos and to help people live. We see a Varian Stukov, so looks like a blow-up comp this time from Cosmos. The Stukov puddle with the Varian taunt, especially if you are a tank that is trying to dive at them, I would not want to be a tank diving into a Varian Stukov Tychus. Stukov does struggle though against CC, and Blaze provides a lot of CC, and there's currently some CC tanks up for PRA. We see the Tassadar ban. Tassadar great for wave clear. Generally one of Tassadar's better maps, just because clear is so important. I mean, old version of Tassadar as well on this this map was really good as well. See Johanna, one of Johanna's best maps, all about clear. Johanna, one of the best, if not the best, wave clear tank. Depending on how decent you are, May can also be a really good wave clear tank, but struggles with especially initiating. While Joe can pick up shield, which is really good. We see Jaina, really good for clear. And Stitches. So Stitches with the hook. And you have Jaina to follow up, and Avala. I would like to see some sort of CC healer from PRA here, just to follow up the Stitches. You don't want to have Stitches pull and then the person just gets to walk away. You want some sort of CC, and preferably before 10. So like Vala has it, but you probably want something earlier. And we see a Gazlo off lane, which is really good in the right hands. There's a lot of Gazlo mains out there, and usually they're pretty good. And then we see Kael'thas. Kael'thas with chain bombs. And we see the Malf. So there you go. There's a CC combo with the Stitches. You got Malf, Root, and Stitches pull, plus Gorge. You can sit them right into the Root. So a lot of like natural synergy between the two. However, I think that the PRA is going to want to stay farther back in general on this game. I mean, you don't want to go into a backline with the Stukov and Varian if you're the tank, and Stitches stays pretty far back, so that's nice. And then the Gazlo Blaze matchup is one that I'm not exactly sure who comes out on top. However, Blaze definitely has a CC. There is some good like wombo options you can do with the Gazlo as well. Game layout. And so for the blue team, we have Odd Thought on KT. We've got Mosley on the Gazlo. We got Silver Jackal on, I believe, the Stukov. Oh, sorry. Naze on the Stukov. Silver Jackal on the Varian. And Imbuement is on the Tychus. And then for the red team, we've got Moonglow on the Jaina. We've got Zergpern on the Stitches. We have Harkin. Immediate pull on Silver Jackal. Big follow-up. And taking down Chelsea. The silence was pretty effective, but Chelsea managed to make his way out. I remember watching Zerg's last match with the Stitches. Oh, there, look. Monster CC from Chelsea. Monster chain bomb though as well. Like I said, Zergpern, the last match I saw him play this character, I don't think he missed a hook for the last like 10 minutes of the game. I've been on run-ins before on Stitches, but I don't think I've ever had anything like that. And Zerg looks up here again. Really quick rotations here from the red team. Is pretty good. The blue team has to stay a bit back because when they don't see Stitches, a hook could be coming at any time. And lots of globes so far. And so red team backs off a bit. They still have some time before the Varian hits level 4. And they're going to do early Bruiser, which is always good. They look at Moonglow though, and Moonglow gets melted with the combo. And that's going to be a little bit rough for the start for the red squad. In terms of talent so far, let's see. We see Overpower, Low Blow, Rocket Boots, Quarterback, Man Addict, and Patchwork Creation, which is not the most fun talent, but definitely really good. Puncture and Arrow, Emerald Dreams, Adrenaline Stem Pack, and Fingers of Frost. And so far, Jaina is at 7 out of 20 globes. They pull in Jackal. There's the follow-up route. Jackal has to avoid it. And a lot of damage on follow-up, but Jackal is all the way down to 120-something health. So managed to get out of it. A lot of big push right here for the red squad. They're doing a lot of damage to this wall. They look again. Zerg almost gets the hook onto the Tychus there. And that's going to be almost the entire wall. They will have to defend the rest of this camp, but a really good push and a lot of XP early for the red squad. They can't leave this this mid to push though. So they're looking down here. They're looking for a 5-on-4. The red team is. There's the taunt onto the Stitches. Stitches just gets out with a small amount of health. And meanwhile, big stuns from Chelsea does not have bunker yet. And Chelsea dives in again. They pull an imbuement into towers, but barely gets out. Oh, so little health from the red side. Somebody's got a back here, right? Meanwhile, Gazlo has been pushing down below and took out most of the wall. So big push from that Gazlo. Gazlo is a pretty good siege hero. Zerg looks, but nothing going so far. It's become a bit of a different game when they hit level 10 and they get the Gorge, though. They look to channel a little bit up top, but red looks down below, tries to get 19 in. They do have enough for turn in. They look at Zerg. There's the follow-up on the Zerg burn, and that is a lot of gems. That was 19 gems, right? All on the floor. Meanwhile, blue just has enough to turn in if everybody turns in here. And red squad is going to have to clear up because they're not going to prevent this Gazlo from turning in. And they're also going to have to be careful here because, yeah, Silver Jackal is running backdoor. They're looking, but the DPS is a bit farther behind. Look at Moonglow is so low. Just gets taken out. And here comes the blue web weavers. Red squad, they do have probably their best option for clear is down right now, and they're looking at the Stitches again, who get silenced and taken out. I mean, I think you just have to threaten from farther back with that Stitches. And they're going to look again here. Silver Jackal is looking, trying to look past, but that fort is going to get taken out. Meanwhile, Chelsea managed to avoid the bottom getting taken out. There's another silence. Oh, ally hook, and there is a counter kill onto the Varian. Ally hook might have saved Barista there, and they did get a counter kill. And now they're looking up top to try to take out these Weavers. So pretty big for a first push. A lot of damage so far. But red team has still quite a few gems, and they do have a turn in. Meanwhile, blue is pushing down here, and they're going to have to just let this go. There's no way Chelsea can threaten with 37 gems on himself. And red is turning in, and it's pre-10 right now. No, not before 10. No! Monster gravel bomb takes out all of red, who decided to fight 9v10. And another CC, double CC onto both the front line, and Chelsea gets out with his gems, but blue team is going to have a shot at an early boss here. So I'm guessing that all of these forts are going to be down, and red is going to have to race to try to turn in here, because blue's going to get maybe their gems for their turn in pretty soon if they don't. And Mosley sniffs out Chell turning in down here. Meanwhile, red team is here looking. They don't know the Varian is there, and the Varian is mounted. Zerg going off and trying to help Chelsea turn in, but boss is going for the top fort, which should get taken down. The unstoppable unfortunately counters the hook. And a lot of pressure up top here. A lot of early siege. Stitch is going to look for a follow-up hook here, but no 13 yet, so the still that hook needs to grow a little bit. And there's the hook. There's the gorge. They're going to put him down into a root. Gets stuck in the root. Zergpern gets pyroed, but is still alive. They're looking at Silver Jackal, but nothing doing. And still the gravel bomb is up. Meanwhile, just about all the ults for red team are down. Blue team is turning in their gems. They need Odd Thought to turn in here. They basically have exactly the right amount. They look at the Stitches, big combo, and Stitches gets taken down again. Now 13 talents. Cosmos will be able to invade here. And they have 13s. They'll be able to push with this mid, but they look bottom. They look at Chelsea, and that's 65 gems on the floor. Zerg is going to go for it. He still has Gorge. Good look. Meanwhile, mid is still pushing. He's taking down this wall. And blue will have a lot of time to go turn this in. Good news for PRA is they did not lose all the gems. Bad news is they are down 2 levels and they're gonna have to defend another wave or web weaver wave without having any forts up. Zerg is looking up here at Mosley. Hook just misses. Silver Jackal's mounted up, looking to run past. They're staying really tight, because that's what you got to do if you're a Tychus. You don't have the most long range. And Zerg is looking. He's going to have vision here in a second. See if anybody stays on the bottom side. That would be his target for hook. Looks, but misses. And there's the counter. But Gravel Bomb and Stitches goes down. All the gems are back down, and they're now split between 3 members of the red squad. This top keep is going to go down. Chelsea might be able to save mid, but another... Oh, and Barista gets taunted. There's the silence, and Barista gets taken down. This is a lot of pressure. Blue team decides to go for the safer play and take out mid keep. But they could look to taunt whoever and whenever they want at this point. They are up talents. And they're looking at Zergpern. There's the taunt on the Chelsea, who gets popped bunker. They're all concentrating on bunker. They're not 100% committing to this. And Zerg is up here looking for the hook, barely misses. And Silver Jackal's in the bush, is looking for this to be a 16 versus 14 fight. Looks at Moonglow's out a little bit, but backs off. Got dismounted. Zergpern looking for the blind hook through the bush. And if you are the red team right now, I think you're just clearing till 16. You don't want to get in a fight early here. You've got some time. Get to even advantage and then try to turn in. You got to start playing a little bit more aggressively. And speaking of aggressive, we're going right to boss with that 16 talent advantage. Did the red team sniff this out? Nobody's moving yet. Harkin is moving up just to turn in. I think this is going to be a boss turn in for a boss for a turn-in. So I think these two will cancel basically each other out. It'd be like a wasted turn-in by the end of it, but it's still a lot of gems on the red side. Yeah, still probably enough for another turn-in from red if they wanted to, and blue team will have probably enough after this as well. So as soon as they get this down, red team is going to want to kind of just run to them or to help push top or something like that. And they need to go now, because you've got maybe a couple minutes of even talents. Zergpern's running, looks for the hook, but slightly short. Chell is looking to make something happen, pushes up. Hook will be up relatively soon, I think. And red really needs to look. There's a blind hook through the bush. And there's just vision. Varian is looking, dismounts, but there's a pull on Buman. There's the gorge. Buman is at 77, 85. Massive turnaround with the Gravo. And we see Stitches getting taken out. Only 93% on the core. We got about 20 seconds. There's just a offlaner and a healer up. They get the stun on a Mosley. Chelsea not able to get out from that. And I think, especially with that 2 catapults, that game is probably done. So GG to Cosmos, who takes this series 2-0. Yeah, just really good, turnarounds, especially with the Gazlo Gravos. And yeah, the Stitches didn't get to get a lot of hooks. Red team did a good job of picking up the gems after they lost it, but unfortunately weren't able to go on to too much of an offense. There. Second. Go. Just seeing if the Cosmos team wants to do an interview. Yeah, the Cosmos played really well, especially like these turnaround wombo combos. And it looks like we're going to have somebody in for an interview in a... Hey, how's it going?
Not bad. Yourself?
Pretty good. Congratulations on the 2-0. How did you think your team played over the set?
The set, I think we played pretty strong. Game 2, we made a couple little mistakes, but I think overall we were playing pretty well.
Yeah, game 1 was Sky Temple. Oh, we got a name here as well.
Yes.
Hope I'm pronouncing that correctly.
You're good.
Yeah, so game 1, guys had a really good game. I forget what the actual score, but I think it was something like 12-0 in terms of kills. And you guys got ahead early and were able to maintain it. I think the biggest turnaround was after you guys got level 10, you guys just had a really good like CC wombo. Was that what you were looking for in the draft?
Yeah, pretty much we're just saying, be safe until 10. That's when you can kill them.
Yeah, I think that their team was like a really good blow-up team, but it was pretty much only a blow-up team. So if they didn't get the blow-up, and especially between 4 and 10, and get that advantage, that you guys could kind of play safe if you wanted to after you had at least a couple forts down. Do you guys like playing on that map? I know it wasn't your pick.
I think we've only played this map once this entire season.
It was always one of my favorites, but it definitely doesn't become so much fun in the late game when when you can kind of just hold on to a lead and just trade forts. And then
historically we've done well in Storm League, but that's Storm League, not this.
Yeah, Storm League is not real life.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like teams pick it very often. We don't really pick it off when we have other preferred maps, but we can still play it.
Yeah, if people are picking it, they're probably picking it because they have some sort of strategy for it at this point. But then you guys game 2, and that was on Tomb of the Spider Queen. And we saw, again, I think after like level 10, when you guys had like especially the Gazlo Wombo was very, very good as a turnaround for against the Stitches and that sort of thing. Stitches would try to gorge somebody, and then the Gravel Bomb would follow up on the rest of the Stitches team. Can you talk about the Gazlo pick?
Yeah, Mosley said he was feeling it, especially with what they're showing. So pretty much they're going to group up for whoever Stitches gets to try to kill him. So yeah, so it made sense.
And I saw you guys doing especially a lot of vision control, staying in bushes and just not showing position to get some picks, especially later in the game when they didn't have as much map vision with their other forts being down. Can you comment at all, like how you guys normally play the Varian comp?
Yeah, I think it's always scary when you don't know where a Varian is. So we usually try to keep in bushes, and when we see an opportunity, we'll pounce.
Nice. And then I know that you guys are doing pretty well on the season, and we're heading into playoffs soon. Is there any particular team you want to play, or any kind of actually, I'll put it this way, any kind of comps you're interested to see this season, even if you're not the ones playing it?
I think we want to play the team that dominated us both games. First time they beat us, I think, was when we were still doing roster changes and all that fun stuff. Then game 2, we did not play.
I want to face a 5-man healer comp.
5-man healer. The one I've seen, I think that blew my mind was everybody's a stealth hero. That seemed more trolling than anything.
Oh yeah.
Seemed kind of quick matchy.
I mean, I have seen an offlane and but.
And finally, is there any shout-outs you guys want to give?
Oh yeah, I'll start it out. Shout out to you for casting. It always makes these games a lot more fun to play. Shout out to the PRA team. Definitely was a fun set. Shout out to my team for holding it together and playing really well. Shout out to NGS for keeping this whole league in play so we don't have to be stuck in, Storm League. Also, shout out to Hot's Janitor. Please bring Unranked Draft, sorry. And shout out to Teddy for watching. Thank you.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll just shout out to Silver for usually taking the shoutouts.
So yeah, congratulations, guys, and thanks everybody for watching, and we will see you guys next time.
All right, have a great night.
Thank you.
Yeah, you